What's going on, folks? I know. I said I was going to start this in about 5 minutes, but I just want to jump into it early because you guys know how I do. I get in here early. That way, whenever I do go live, it allows YouTube to at least make an attempt to let you guys know that I am live, et cetera, et cetera. So, hope you guys are all out there doing well. Hope everyone is doing fine. Hope everything is going your way. Welcome to the channel. I am Ty Smith, also known as Modern Renaissance Man. And while you are here, and if you're just now tuning in, double check to make sure that you still are subscribed to the channel. Okay. Appreciate it if you did that. You can find me on Instagram as Modern Renaissance Man. The O in modern is a 0. You can also find me on Twitter as The Real Ty Smith. I am on Rumble as Modern Renaissance Man. And on Rumble, it's two S's in Renaissance, but you got to put in Modern Renaissance Man Variety Channel or something like that of the sort, something like that. I'm on TikTok as Modern Renaissance Man. The O in modern is a 0. What's going on, Andrea? Hope everything is going well with you. I know again, people are not being, notified that I'm going live. And of course, if I'm talking about something like this regarding Desantis, that is going to be a good chance that YouTube is not going to send those out. So I'm just going to wait to see if anybody gets pinged on this, and we shall see. I see that there's people popping in and jumping in right now. We have in the house, Andrea already. We got Nicole Han all the way from Texas. JQ, how you doing? Hope everything is going well. Yeah, that was a pretty crazy show on Chaotic earlier, right? Andrea said an interesting week. We got Duke Tomlinson in the house. We got Miss Kim in the house. Terry Lacey's in the house. Said I got the notification. Thera Nelson is in the house. Appreciate you being here. Hope everything is going your way. We got Strong Mermaid in the house from Central Florida. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good too. We have there it is. How's it? We got Mill Billy in the house. You got H2 Tina. Said I got the notification immediately. Oh, nice. Thanks for letting me know that. William Lynn, always a pleasure. Daniel is in the house. We got Nashville, Sharon Burkham. I'm going to be coming to Nashville sometime in the near future. Alchemy is in the house. How you doing? We got Crikey, all the way from Florida. Isabella is in the house. Carrie's in the house. My guy Mo's Gaming is in the house. How you doing, sir? McLovin is in the house. We got Toothless Appalachian is in the house. What's going on? Mike McCoy. We got Ananda's mom. I never heard that name, Ananda. We got Hiram Carr, Mr. X, Jose Chacon. We got we got Ryder in the house. I don't know how to say that. We got Kentucky in the house. Susan is in the house. Darren is in here. We got you already, Mr. X. Said you got the notification today. Appreciate that. We got you. Call me D. Schroeder in the house. JQ again. Always a pleasure. A lot of you guys appreciate y'all all being here. We got Thera involved with Huntington Beach, Cali. Bay Anderson from Florida, my home. South Central LA. Today was a good day. All right, folks. So I appreciate you guys all being in here. I like to try to say people's names out because it's kind of cool to say people's name and people know. It lets me know and lets me recognize that I want to let you guys know that I am appreciative of you all being here. So it's kind of good to say you guys' name out to let you know that I am paying attention and I do see you, right? So, okay. So again, I said earlier, double check to make sure that you still are subscribed to the channel. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like the information I'm putting out. You don't have to hit it just yet because you don't even know what I'm going to say. You might not like it. But when you do subscribe, don't forget to hit this little bell notification right there. Make sure that bell notification says all notifications. All right. And don't forget, if you want to send something as a donation, you can send it right there. The Cash App is a money sign Modern Renaissance Man. And I don't care if people do a super chat, but I'd rather have you do the Cash App because YouTube doesn't get any of that money. If you do super chat, YouTube's get like 60% of that. So appreciate y'all being here again. Florida still is in the house. We got Jimmy Haynes from Germany. We get still. And appreciate you too, JQ, for tuning in. All right, let's get ready to get into this, folks. So if y'all don't know, the NAACP, matter of fact, yeah, I'm trying to find my guy Right Wing Angel because I want y'all to see the video. Shout out to my guy, the Right Wing Angel. Let me find this page right here. Let me go to the Right Wing Angel so I can show y'all this. All right. Share the screen because I want y'all to hear this with me as well. And let me know when I do play this. Appreciate the super chat there. Thera Nelson. Really appreciate that. God bless you for that. Let's see. Here we go. Let me know if you guys can hear this for one. 1 second here.
In Orlando on Saturday, member organizations of the Florida NAACP voted unanimously to.
Okay, before I start playing that anymore, can you guys let me know if you can hear that? Unconventional. How you doing, sis? Glad you're here. Okay, Miss Kim 671. Appreciate that saying. Yep. So I want you guys to hear this. Okay, let's go back into this. Make it give you guys a full screen. Give me a full screen here. All right, so check this out. Again, shout out to my guy, the right wing angel. All right, where are you? Okay, here we go.
At its statewide conference in Orlando on Saturday, member organizations of the Florida NAACP voted unanimously to recommend that the national NAACP board issue a nationwide travel advisory against moving or visiting the Sunshine State. The move was in response to several items that have become central to Governor Ron DeSantis' platform, who is heavily rumored to be preparing a presidential run in 2024. Much of his administration's public focus has been attacking diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives, which in part led to the travel advisory vote, according to Jacksonville chapter president Isaiah Rumlin.
We fought very hard to get diversity, to get inclusion. We fought very hard for voting rights. All of these policies and laws are trying to revert back to where we were in the past.
At its statewide conference in Orlando on Saturday, member organizations of the Florida NAACP voted unanimously to recommend that the national NAACP board issue a nationwide travel advisory against moving or visiting the Sunshine State. The move was in response to several items that have become central to Governor Ron DeSantis' platform.
Did y'all just hear that? Did y'all just hear that quack of complete BS nonsense from the NAACP? Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell y'all right from the jump. This is nothing more than another political move, another political thing, because they might be afraid that DeSantis might run for president. So let's go ahead and start calling this man a racist already. Let's do it before he becomes president. With Donald Trump, we're going to do it after he becomes president. Y'all see what I'm getting at? The same exact game is being played that they played on Donald Trump. The only difference is they want to jump ahead of it right now and just get at DeSantis already for calling this man a racist and all that, because he want to get rid of diversity, equity, and inclusion. Now, let me get back to this real quick and show y'all something here. I want y'all to pay attention to this, okay? Pay attention to this right here real quick. I'm going to play this video again. Again, shout out to my guy, the right wing angel,
who is heavily rumored to be preparing a presidential run in 2024. Much of his administration's public focus has been attacking diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Now, y'all just heard that. Said most of his focus has been attacking diversity, equity, and inclusion. The news just literally just lied to y'all. The news literally just lied to y'all. Ron DeSantis is not attacking and trying to get rid of diversity, equity, and inclusion. Let me show you what Ron DeSantis is trying to get rid of right here again. And I want you to guys, I want you to pay attention to what I'm getting ready to show you real close, because I streamed on this. I forget how long ago, but I streamed on this already. I want y'all to check this out. Y'all need to pay attention to those topics. Let's scroll down a little bit right here. Look at the key reading parts in here. Look at all the parts that's included in here that it wants you to, that they are definitely not talking about right here. Huh? Y'all see this? Look at this. See these topics right here? They are trying to do nothing more than to get you guys all riled up to cause division, to make it seem like that he doesn't want diversity, equity, and inclusion. What he don't want is them putting all this crazy rhetoric and nonsense, what it deals with the LGBTQ, hypersexualizing the kids, and all these crazy racist things that they're trying to put in there to divide people. That's what they're not telling you. He's not attacking diversity. That's what I'm saying. They are so disingenuous when they're doing things like that, but they're strategically doing it that way. He don't want diversity, equity, and inclusion. That is a goddamn on lie, folks. You seeing it right here. For example, Let me go back and see if I can play my audio for you guys to hear it. Because this is how you know they lying. The news just lies. Y'all see this? Look at all the different readings they want you to focus on right here. Look at the queer, look at the black queer studies. Huh? Look what does it have to do with anything? What does this black queer studies right here have to do anything? It says we have to encourage and develop practices whereby queerness isn't a surrender to the status quo of race, class, gender, sexuality. It means building forms of queerness that reject the given realities of the government and market. Here they go, turning people into nothing more than victims. Do y'all see that? What does this have to do with black history? This has absolutely nothing to do with black history, ladies and gentlemen. This has everything to do with an agenda. Look at this: black feminist literary thought, the reparations movement, black study, and the black struggle in the 21st century. All of these things right here says nothing more than agenda. All of this says agenda. All of it says motive. It all says narrative. All these things that they're doing right here is to do nothing more than to keep black people in the mindset of being nothing but victims. Because reading these things is not educating them. It's going to indoctrinate them to be a certain way, to feel a certain way, to think a certain way. That's all it's going to do, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this is what y'all don't know about the book that they want them to read by this Miss Kimberly Crenshaw. Kimberly Crenshaw right here is supposed to be one of the books that they want to take from and read from to pretty much inject into black kids, and definitely white kids are going to have a big, huge thing with virtue signaling. That's what it does. Now, what people don't know about Kimberly Crenshaw, who they're referring to right here. Oh, I forgot. I can't even see y'all right now. Check this out. So what I was getting ready to say right here, Kimberly Crenshaw is somebody that's supposed to be like a godmother of critical race theory, et cetera, when knowing some things about DEI. But Kimberly Crenshaw herself said there is no set definition, or she cannot fully define what CRT is or anything like that. She said because it's an ever-moving target, is what she said. So it can be whatever they want it to be, just like racism right now can be whatever they want it to be right now. Doing math, reading, writing is now racist. Freaking coffee now is racist. You know, everything is racist now. So it's whatever they want it to be. Plain and simple, ladies and gentlemen. I just got done showing you guys pretty much the agenda that they're trying to throw at you right now. And right here, when they saying that Desantis does not want diversity, equity, inclusion, that is a lie. Desantis does not want this stuff that they're pushing in the umbrella of diversity, equity, inclusion. When it comes, why we got to throw homosexuality and everything in there? What do you mean? And that's what I'm saying. If they want to turn around and say things like, oh, this is supposed to be part of our history, the black struggle in the 21st century. What black struggles in the 21st century, and then whose fault is it going to be? They don't want to get down to the root of the matter at all. That's all it is. This is simply what's going on, Sherelle. Shout out to Sherelle that's in the house right now. Shout out to Sherelle. Appreciate you, sis, coming over here and checking this out. I know this is not usually the lane that a lot of us in. This ain't like the typical. You know how the other panels are. She knows what I'm talking about. But what I'm saying is this, folks, is nothing more than another scheme. It's just another way of them trying to push racism, making it seem like Desantis is all about racist because he don't want diversity, equity, and inclusion in there. And it has nothing to do with that. What y'all need to understand is this. This is just a slick way. It is a very slick way of them trying to bring Neo-Marxism in here. Y'all cannot see it. I get that. This is my jam right here. This is completely my jam because I know what the overall thing that they're trying to move in here. Why is it that if you're talking about, Desantis said it out of his mouth. Desantis said he wants the real history to be taught, the good, the bad, the ugly. He said, dude, we need to include all the great things that black people did, the ones that they're not teaching in the school books, the ones we never heard of. He said he wants all of that included. But what he don't want included in there when it comes to knowing about our African history, what the heck does queerness got to do with it? What in the world does queerness have to do with black history? What in the world does any of that have to do with? What in the world does teaching kids at between the third grade on up to the sixth grade about anal sex and oral sex, what does that have to do with black history? They just putting that all on black history. And then black folks gonna jump on board. Therefore, if you say anything to us about what's supposed, look, we don't even know our history to know that this is not even part of our history. No, man. See, that's messed up. They don't want our real history to be taught. We always been faggots. Oh yeah, I said forgot you two. We always been forgots. I got an accent. No, we always been gay, man. We've been practicing homosexuality since they had us in those chains, bro. You gotta, dude, stop it. Stop it. Stop. Anytime you find the words diversity, equity, and inclusion, what you need to understand is this. Equity is what they're putting in place of equality. Y'all don't know this. Martin Luther King is the reason why you didn't have your CRT movement whenever it happened during the Civil Rights Movement, because Martin Luther King said we want equality, while there was another group of people that was neo-Marxism. Some of them y'all know about, some of the Black Panthers and all of them wanted to usher in socialism and all that, and they did that through a means of Marxism. Y'all got to understand, if you don't understand what Marxism is, if you don't understand the foundations of Marxism, then you have no idea what this is about. What they're doing, they're getting black people all roused up. They're getting black people all mad. They're getting people all pissed off. And he don't want our history to be taught. He don't want our history to be taught. We need to have our history taught. And y'all have no idea that Ron DeSantis is literally trying to protect black people from the crazy stuff that's plaguing us. I'm going to give you an example right here, okay? Because I'm about to flow into something, okay? First of all, what is the number one disease that runs rampant amongst black people? You say AIDS, right? HIV runs rampant. So why would you want to actually put that in our dang on history, make it seem like this is something that we've always done? Then it will make you think that this is why we all have AIDS and HIV, because we've always done it. Why would you be pissed off at Ron DeSantis when he said we are not putting no homosexuality acts, we're not putting no hypersexuality acts, we're not putting any of this neo-Marxism rhetoric into this, because all it's going to do is going to harm black people more? No, he just trying to keep us from. It's crazy. He's protecting you. And let me tell you something. Literally what the NAACP is pushing out right now is what a lot of people in the black community do a whole lot. Don't go there. Don't look. What? How? Is that not racist to tell black people that don't go to Florida? We need to do a traveling ban for black people to go to Florida. That sounds like some segregation racist stuff to me. Man, come on, y'all. Let that sink in a little bit. How dare you try to tell black people not to go to a certain destination? What if it was some white people that said that? What if some white people said I'm just telling y'all, what if some white people said, you know what, we want to put a traveling ban on black people coming to Florida? All hell would break loose. Well, no, Tom, it's different because the NAACP is doing it because of no. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. The NAACP is nothing more than a political tool as well to get used to play the same games that they've been playing on you Negroes since day one. It started off okay. NAACP, Martin Luther King, and Rainbow Coalition, a lot of those activist groups, they started off doing okay. But after Martin Luther King died, all of a sudden, when we got what we wanted to, which was equality, which we do have equality, you can say what you want to, we have equality. But what happened is this. A lot of those activists that fought for us so we can have equality, after we got the goal, they became irrelevant. Look, I'm just telling y'all the truth. I'm telling y'all the truth. Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Kimberly Crenshaw, a lot of these people that you know as our so-called founding people of the civil rights movement and during that time and all that, once we met the goal of having equality, they had nothing else to do. Their goal was met. They became irrelevant. So what do? I got something we can do. We can make it seem like we still don't have it. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. They can get you to see what they want you to see, whether you want to agree with it or not. They got you to believe that if you put a diaper over your face, that it's going to keep you from getting that C19. They got you to believe that if you stay 6 feet away from somebody, that you won't get C19. They got you to put washed out Hawaiian punch jugs over your face. They got you to go and buy tissue and it had nothing to do with the C19. Trust me when I tell you, they can manipulate a group of people who don't have the mental capacity, they don't have the mental critical thinking skills to see through this BS, because all they know is that these ignorant black people always get emotional. We can just pimp them with emotions. We can pimp them with emotions all day long. They don't know the difference because they're ignorant and they're stupid, and we can get them to move how we want them to move. You can control people through a few little avenues, folks. You can control people through fear, and you can control people through anger. There's a lot of black people. Oh, this is crazy. You ain't gonna do. You crazy. I got houses in Florida, and yeah, you be out your mind if you thinking that I'm not gonna be going. Please, NAACP. This Negro gonna still be going to Florida. I love Florida. Florida is one of the least racist places that I've been to. I can't even say that I've been to a place where it's racist. I can't say that. But to sit there and push out a rhetoric to try to say, we need to put a traveling ban on this because he don't want diversity, equity. Black people don't want diversity, equity, inclusion. Oh, here we go. You one of them, huh? Yep, I got the cup right there. If this is what you're getting ready to call me, go ahead. Go ahead and call me Uncle Tom. Now that you got that at your system, shut up. I'm accepting that you were calling me Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom was a hero. If you read it. Uncle Tom's Cabin, read it. You just call me Uncle Tom, don't even know what Uncle Tom was. He was a hero trying to get people to get their way into freedom. And so all day long, call me Uncle Tom all you want to. But what I'm saying right now is a dang on truth. Desantis is not trying to get rid of any type of black history. That's a big old huge lie. But here's the deal. They want you, the listening, viewing people out there. They're going to say, hey, guess what? These dummies are not going to really listen to what we actually are doing. What they're going to do, they're going to listen to the rhetoric that we're pushing. They're going to go out there. They're going to talk to their famous about it. They're going to go out there and fake virtue signal. They're going to go out there and probably try to have some type of protesting and all this because DeSantis don't want black history being taught. And that is a straight lie. That is a complete made up lie. Let me see. I'm going to show y'all this screen again because you can see it right here. Intersectionality activism. Kimberly Crenshaw, the key to writings that formed the movement. Angela Davis, self-awarded communist and Marxist. Y'all see that? Y'all see that right here? I'm showing you right here. This is what is included in these so-called DEI stuff that they want going into these school systems. And it has it right there. The key writing that formed the movement. And it says Angela Davis is a self-avowed communist and Marxist. So they telling you right there. And DeSantis is saying, no, y'all, he's trying to tell folks, this has nothing to do with black people. It has everything to do with trying to use black people as a way to usher in Marxism. Back in the day when Marxism first started by Karl Marx, he wanted to just say, you know how they call people bougie? Like, ooh, they bougie. Well, let me just use that as a word right there for the people that don't know what bourgeoisie. Anyway, you had the regular people, hard-working class of people, and then you had the rich people, or what they call the bougie, right? Marxism pretty much is saying that we feel, based off of equity, that we should have what they have. We should just be able to get it so we all can be equal. But then the people that got the money like, no, we shouldn't be equal because we had to do this to get it. And they're saying down there on the poor end, well, we should be able to have what y'all have just because. So what happened is that they try to do Marxism. If you look it up, Marxism, socialism, that socialism, communism never has worked. Millions of people, gosh, I think Soviet Union, China, millions of people lost their lives over this. Millions of people. So that's what they're saying. Marxism is all about overthrowing the higher class and getting what the higher class have, all just because you feel like you should have it. Not working for it. Not learning the education or the means of getting what the bougie people or the rich people have. No, just simply we need to make everything equal. And guess what they did? They tried to bring that same rhetoric over during the civil rights movement, but it was beat out by Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King said, no, we want equality. We're going to do this peacefully. We're going to march for equality. We want our rights. We want our rights to vote. We want to have these same that's why it's called the civil rights movement. We want the right. We want to have equality. But you had another class of black people that was trying to usher this Marxism in with trying to say, no, we want equity, but they got beat out by Martin Luther King. Y'all go back and do your history. Go prove me wrong. So guess what? This is what they're doing. When I went viral, 80-something million views worldwide, when I went viral because I was shutting down CRT, I knew what CRT was about. So what they try to say, critical race theory is not being taught in elementary schools. Dude, the word CRT as a title, no, it's not being taught in elementary schools, but the principles are. So I can say all day long, let me give y'all an example. If I was to say, hey, the Bible is not being taught in school, the Holy Bible is not being taught in school, Christianity is not being taught in school. But then if you talk to your children and your children come home and tell you, hey, mom, hey, dad, so today we learned something called 10 rules. We learned thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not bear false witness against the. You would say to yourself, wait a minute, they teaching y'all the Bible. And if they sit there and try to get over by saying, we're not teaching the Holy Bible, where do you see the Holy Bible at? Y'all might not be having it in there as a title called the Holy Bible, but based off the principles that y'all teaching, that is out of the Bible. And that's what they've done with critical race theory. They slid it in there, and you can see the principles, because the principles is pretty much the foundations of Marxism. Marxism is what it's all about, and that's what it is. Desantis saw it coming in, and he pretty much said absolutely 100% not. But right now, the reason why they're trying to usher it in through black people, because black people have a certain type of immunity right now that Donald Trump called back in 2020. Donald Trump said black people are going to have immunity like nobody else business. He said black people are going to be able to get used and abused. They're going to be able to bring all types of rhetoric and narratives behind black people, because right now the focus is on black people. And because of all the things that are going on, and a lot of things are finally starting to get addressed, people are still going to creep in and try to bring in a crazy rhetoric using black people that's going to completely cripple America, is what Donald Trump said. Yeah, when we got to personally talk to him, that's what he said. And it happened, and it's happening. They are scared that they're scared that Ron DeSantis might run for president. So why not already go and make this man a racist? Go and make him a racist. Florida is one of the most diverse states in this nation. Matter of fact, I know whenever I was doing some traveling and all that, I told you I got houses. I'm not going to tell y'all where it's at, but anyway, down in Florida, certain clinicals, not clinical, but certain hospitals that we work at down there in Florida, certain areas down there, if you don't know how to speak Spanish, you most likely, it's a good chance you might not get hired there, because people coming in from Puerto Rico, they coming in from, there's a lot of Mexican. It's a very diverse area down there, Latina. It's a lot of people down there, very diverse. And in some areas, the deeper you go in Florida, you better learn how to speak some Spanish if you plan on getting a job in a specific place, because they are deep there. So what I'm saying therefore is this: if Florida is going to be such a bad place, why is it like the number one place that people go to retire? Huh? Why are they going into why are they going there to retire? Again, for the ones that didn't hear it in the back, these right here are some of the reasons why DeSantis don't want diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's not that he don't want diversity, equity, and inclusion. He don't want these topics right here that comes under the umbrella of diversity, equity, inclusion to be pushed on these kids. Look at this. Intersectionally, the foundation to critical race theory. Look at that. I'm showing y'all right here. Okay, let me show y'all. Let me go to that screen myself. Right here. See? Intersectionality is foundational to critical race theory and ranks people based on their race, wealth, gender, and sexual orientation. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, are the words of Marxism. Break these people off in gender, race, and wealth. Marxism was all about equity. It was all about saying we want what the wealth had, but we don't want to do what the wealthy did to become wealthy. We just feel we should have it just because. Give everybody everything that the wealthy have so we all can be equal. No, we'll stick with capitalism. We will stick with capitalism. But this is what this is all about, ladies and gentlemen. If you cannot see this from a mile away, check yourself. I mean, when I say that, give yourself a really good analysis and really try to understand what's going on. When they say that Ron DeSantis does not want African studies to be taught with diversity, equity, inclusion, they're making it seem like DeSantis he don't want black people to have equal rights. Don't fall for this. Listen to me. There's a play on of words that they do. Equity and equality are not the same. Authorized and approved are not the same thing. What are you saying that for, Ty? When it comes to you getting that squirt in your arm, when it comes to you getting the squirt in your arm, guess what the FDA did? They authorized it, but they didn't approve it. Did y'all hear me? That's the play on of words. You think because the words seem similar, almost spelled alike, that they mean the same. No, they don't. When it came to the squirt in the arm, the FDA said we authorized it, but we didn't approve it. So you think because they authorized it, that means that they approved it. No, they did not. We authorized it, but we didn't approve it. Equity and equality sounds alike, but they are not alike. Andrea Vowla, appreciate you. God bless you with the super chat there. Says equity, everyone equally impoverished. Check Cash says, according to the rhetoric, all white people are race. Yeah, racist. 10 years ago, that would have bothered me. Not today. It's a joke. Matter of fact, that's going to be watered down so much. It's going to be watered down so much. Nobody even going to know what racism is. You know what? I was over on Chaotic Channel today, and I told him, I said, you know what? Think about this. If there was a button that you can switch and turn on and make it say to all white people just became this thing to where they say, you know what? We're not helping black people anymore at all. I'm just telling you right now. Listen to me when I tell you this. If there was a button that can be pressed and all white people just all agreed, we are not giving black people nothing else. We're not helping them. We're not giving them jobs. Screw your reparations. Shut up. What are black people going to do? What are black people going to do? You're not going to do nothing but sit back and cry. And then you're going to be so freaking broken and humbled, you're going to have to come back and beg the white people. You don't understand that right now, black folks, we are in a place that Martin Luther King fought for us to have equality, where we are not getting our yes, we are. We're not getting our jobs and everything based off of our color. We're not being discriminated against because we're walking down the street. Nobody is spraying us with water hoses and coming up and lynching us and all. Don't believe in this dumb BS that they're trying to push out there today. No, we have the same exact type of opportunities that white people have, and we are doing the same exact thing that white people have. My God, we became a president. Somewhat. I mean, he ain't all the way black, but I'm saying we became president. We are doctors. We are lawyers. We are nurses. We are engineers. God, what man? We are all these things that white people are in America. But again, if there was a switch to make all white people just say, you know what, we done with black people. Negroes, what are y'all gonna do? I'm gonna be right like white folks. I don't have nothing to do with that. I wasn't the one sitting there trying to call all of y'all. Yes, I sure am. You can say what you want, call me what you want to. I'm speaking the truth. White people, I am not with the rest of those black people. I don't feel that y'all racist, nothing like that. Black people doing all this complaining, we ain't even good. Dude, you go, if you have a job, you most likely work for a white person. Guess who else work for a white person? A white person. Guess who else work for a white person? Indians do. Guess who else work for a white person? Asian people do. Most of the people that got jobs here in America most likely work under a white person. What are you talking about? Oh, but we should be able to have the same what? Reparations? You know what? That was on here too. If y'all didn't catch that. Let me see it. I'm gonna try to scroll up. I'm gonna try to scroll up ahead so we can read the part about reparations. Right here. Okay. This says there's another one of the things, the reparations movement. All points and resources in this study advocate for reparations. There is no critical, there it is that word again, critical perspective or balancing opinion in this lesson. Now here we go with the other one that says Black study and the Black struggle. Robin D. Kelly argues that activism rather than the university system is the catalyst for social transformation. Listen to the words. Listen to the words in here. That's why you got to be strategic and you got to sit there and pay attention to what you're reading. Listen to these words I just read to you guys. Listen to this. This is what they want in this diversity, equity, inclusion courses and all that. He argues that activism, rather than a university system, is the catalyst for what? Social transformation. There he is. Socialism. Anyway, Kelly's first book was a study of black communists. Black communists? Communism? Communism. Negroes. They are using other Negroes to keep you as these down, disenfranchised baby mamas, no daddies in the house having Negroes. That's what they're using them for. The very ones who are sitting there complaining about, we're not equal, we're not there yet. Well, look at them, look at their lives. Okay, I'm gonna say this again. NAACP, Joy Reid, Don Lemon, all of these people that's pushing this rhetoric. Black people, we have to look at them. Look at their lifestyle, huh? Huh? Look at their lifestyle. Look where they live, huh? That's gonna tell you a lot. They don't live around no other black folks. I don't live around a lot. I got black people. I live around black people in the suburb areas that I live in right now. And all my homes, I live around. There's a mixture of culture there. But I don't live around the type of people that I grew up around. I got out of the projects in the hood for the very reason of not going back there. I got out of that so I won't raise my sons them around none of that mess. Why would I want to go back there? For what? You don't grow and develop to go back. No. If you don't understand this about life, anything that doesn't grow, it dies. You grow past that nonsense. But again, the people who are going out like this man in this video, he sat there and said they're gonna bring back Jim Crow. Can did y'all hear that? This fool said they're gonna bring back Jim Crow
initiatives, which in part led to the travel advisory vote, according to Jacksonville chapter president Isaiah Rumlin.
We fought very hard to get diversity.
Okay, we fought very hard to get diversity. We have it.
To get inclusion. We fought very hard for voting rights.
We got them.
All of these policies and laws are trying to revert back to where we were in the past.
See what I'm saying? Oh, I didn't even show y'all. I'm sorry. Let me play that again. My bad. Let me show y'all.
At its statewide conference in Orlando on Saturday, member organizations of the Florida NAACP voted unanimously to recommend that the national NAACP board issue a nationwide travel advisory against moving or visiting the Sunshine State.
Okay, so with that being said, with that right there being said, with the chapter out of Florida being said, if I was Ron DeSantis, I would say take y'all chapter and get the poop out of Florida. All of y'all. I'm just saying, if I was the governor of Florida right now as a black man and the NAACP was pulling this mess, I would tell them take your chapter and get the poop out of Florida. Bye. You don't want to be here. Bye. Matter of fact, I've told you that for all America. If America is so racist, America is just a terrible place. America is the worst place in the whole wide world. Black people suffering. Black folks have the best of everything in America. If you don't believe me, take your black Negro self to another country. Yeah, I'm saying, go ahead. Come on. Call me what you want to. But yet at the same time, you are still going to remain in the same place that you're remaining in on a mental level and on the physical level. You're going to sit there and always be somebody that complains about, we ain't got this, we ain't got that, we can't even do this. They got stuff set up to where we can't even do. That's why you're there. You are nothing more than a mental crab that anytime somebody's trying to crawl out the bucket, you grabbing on them and pulling them down. You don't want to see nobody else succeed, but you will talk like you want to see them succeed. Yeah, somebody got to get out of that bucket one day, man. One of y'all gonna make it out of that bucket. And the minute they start climbing, you pulling them down. No, wait a minute now, because on the other side of that bucket, them white folks not gonna let you. Hey, on the other side of that bucket, I heard they eat them crabs, man. Don't go on the other side of that bucket, man. Hey, one of you young folks, we got to get better than this. See, look at all of us crabs in here. We all crawling on each other, living in the same place. Look, we so compacted with each other. Look how disgusting it is. We all on each other. We peeing and pooping on each other. We can't even get out, man. Or you're the white man keeping us in this bucket. One crab starts to crawl out, you're gonna grab him and pull him right back down. No, hold on now. See, come on, man. That's exactly what they're doing all this talking about, oh, black people we don't have the opportunities. Y'all the reasons why we don't, Negroes. Y'all are discouraging black people from going to pursue the opportunities because y'all making it seem like everybody out there to get us. There is no freaking boogeyman out there. You freaking liars. I'll tell it to any black person face. Yeah, it is, man, because back when we're not talking about back in the 1950s and 60s. We are past that, in case you didn't know it. So don't sit there and try to make any young black person feel bad right now because they don't want to go along with the BS rhetoric that y'all pushing right now. Any young black person listen to me right now. Do not feel bad that you don't see and that you have not experienced what somebody back in the 50s and 40s and 30s experienced. Don't feel bad that you didn't experience that. There is racism. You Negroes back in the 50s and 60s that went through the same thing, all that stuff like that is not here right now. Well, why am I a janitor? Because you didn't pursue nothing higher. You stayed here mentally. I've been a janitor for 30 years. That's your fault. No, it ain't because they wouldn't let. No, it ain't because they wouldn't let nothing. You chose to be a janitor, and a janitor you remain. You didn't want to get a higher education. You didn't want to pursue to try to go and be a mechanic, go and be a freaking plumber. Did you pursue anything else? No, because I was told that this is all our goods for, just mop the floor. This is okay, stay there then. But young black man, this is all we good for. Don't you try to go hide on white folk. We are not back in those days. We are not there. That's it. We are not there. But individuals like that janitor man who this is what they gonna make us do. This all I'm good to do. He gonna tell his grandkids that his grandkids gonna believe this nonsense, and every time they don't get what they want, they're gonna blame the white person. Like see, I told you. That's why you couldn't get it, because I told you. See, that's what I'm saying. This the country we live in right now. They don't want to, and then that's, grandpa dies, the grandson or granddaughter, they're sitting there going around saying the same thing. Yes, it is, because my grandfather, he was a janitor, and he was a janitor for 30 years, and he couldn't even get it back. No, because the white people wouldn't let him, and because they could. I would be the one going to say, yo, I'm sorry, but your grandfather lied to you. No, he did not. How come my grandfather he was a janitor for 30 years? And that because your grandfather chose to be a janitor for 30 years. No, because when he was 12 years old, he got a job working in the school, and the white people wouldn't. Yeah, you're right. Those white people wouldn't. Those white people were like that. Not these white people of today. Because when I first started school, I wanted to sit in this other desk, and my teacher made me sit on somewhere else because she raises. No, your teacher wanted you to sit somewhere else because there's a possibility that the person she set you next to was a troublemaker. She didn't want you to be distracted. See what I'm saying? You teaching them to always look for something and calling it racist. And if racism is at a point where everything is racist, you're going to be able to call everything racist. Oh, man, so you one of them, you just tap dance for the white man. That's your best defense. Come on, give me something better. At least give me something better. You just tap dancing for the white man. You a coon. You a Uncle Tom. You a Porsche Negro. You a house Negro. That's the best you can do, all because you really don't have nothing intellectually to say to rebuttal what I just spit out on you, because I'm telling you the truth. You can say what you want to, Negro, but guess what? Negroes like myself, who came from the same exact nasty, drug-infested, pissy-smelling hallway projects, people having sex out there, people getting raped in the alley, seeing people getting killed. I just happen to get out of there, but I don't know what I talks about, though. I got lucky. I'm one of the ones that just happens to get. No, don't even try to give me that BS. Is not going to work on me. Wrong Negro. Wrong Negro. You got the wrong one. The thing is, I see through all the BS that y'all trying to spill out, and I'm just calling it out like I see it. You can say hate me all you want to, but guess what? I got receipts of young black people that me and my wife have helped that are doing great. Accountants, construction company owners. They're married, wives, numerous of kids. Went to apprenticeships, became welders, started their own lawn services, doing good, doing great. Well, what held them back? I don't know, but see, that's because no. In today's world, the only reason black people, not the no, let me rephrase that. In today's world, majority of black people are not where they want to be because at a certain age, they choose not to. Before that certain age, the reason why they're not where they want to be or where they should be is because of their circumstances based off their current parent. That's it. That's it. We would not be impoverished if, when the childhood that I had, we would not have to have gone through all that hell if my mother would have married my father and he would have worked and did what a man was supposed to do. It's that simple. No, it ain't that simple, man, because they purposely put. Why are you talking about what happened in the 50s and 60s? Black people can go and live anywhere they want to right now. No, they can't. Because I know that. Dude, stop. The very people that got y'all to get out there and march and have your fist up and burn down your own neighborhoods in the name of George Floyd, Black Lives Matter, look where they live at. All white people. They the only niggas there. They the only Negroes there. They got you guys out there marching, Black Lives Matter. Hey, hey, ho, ho, these racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, these racist cops have got to go. And what did they do? They went and hired the racist white cops so they can go live in a racist white neighborhood amongst all those other racist mansions that they're around. But you fools fell for it. No, that's because of nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to hit that like button while y'all in here. I appreciate y'all doing this. I'm gonna close this thing out in a little bit. Again, I'm just one of those people that I just don't buy the BS. I don't get into all the crazy antics and rhetoric. When I see something that's crazy and off, I completely call the nonsense out. There are people, I mean, it's not to say nothing about me. I know when they talk about, I'm not going to tell y'all, I'm just not going to tell you. But when they talk about certain people based off of socioeconomic status, I'm doing a lot better than a whole lot of white people. I'm doing better than a whole lot of Indian people. I'm doing better than a whole lot of Asian people. A lot better than a lot of people. Plain and simple. How? That is an insult to my intelligence if you try to sit there and tell me that I got lucky or I just had a chance and not everybody got the chance that I got. No, Negro, it's just that you just not trying to take a chance, period. And this mentality is not just amongst black people. This mentality is among white people too. The trailer trash people. Yeah, they got the same mentality that these Negroes from the hood and the ghetto and the projects do. Same exact type of mentality. Same exact type of mentality. I'm telling y'all right now. You can almost line them up. I can show you some white people in the trailer. I can show you some black people from the projects or the hood. I can show you the white dude with a wife beater on. I'll show you the black dude. I can show you the white dude. I can show you the white dude with a wife beater on. I can show you a black dude from the hood with a wife beater on. I can show you the white dude from the hood. The white dude. I'm sorry, y'all. I can show you the white dude from the trailer park who has on a bandana, and I can show you a black dude from the hood that has on the dang on do-rag. I can show you a ghetto fire girl with her nails all done, with a bonnet on her head, and with some dang on pajama pants on, walking in Walmart. I will show you a white, what they call white trashy looking white girl who got pajama pants on too, with a shirt on, don't got a bra on and all this stuff, with rollers in her head, and in Walmart too. I can show you black people on welfare and how they use the money, how they sell the food stamps. And I can show you white people from the trailer park who do the same as that. I can show you black people who pretty much do a whole lot of cocaine and weed and all that. I can show you white people in the trailer park that does meth and weed and cocaine, the whole nine. And I can sit there and talk to you and show you how they all have the same exact type of mentality when it comes to so-called wanting to get ahead, wanting to have a better life. They all say the same thing. They blame somebody else. Black people, you just happen to want to blame white people. White people, guess who they blame? Guess who they blame? They blame white men too. Well, they don't want to hire people like me because they say we're trailer trash. I know I got a few missing teeth and everything. And, that's why the reason why they wouldn't hire me, because you know what? When I gave him my address, he knew that I told him I stayed in Brokeback Valley And he knew the Brokeback Valley is the trailer place. So he said, I knew that's why they didn't hire me, because they knew he looked up my address on Google and saw that I stayed down in Brokeback Valley. And whenever they looked it up and it was a trailer home place, he knew that's why he didn't want to hire me. That's why they didn't do it. Black people, first of all, I know the reason why they get the job, because I'm black. That's it, man. And if it ain't because they looked at my address, they seen that I sat there and I stayed on Martin Luther King Boulevard. You know what I'm saying? Apartment 13A. They knew I was, no, come on, man. Come on, bro. When you put in there that you stay in apartment 13A, they know that you staying in the projects. So they already discriminated against me and figured I was a type of dude. And that's why they didn't hire me. Y'all do the same exact thing. You want to know how I know? Because as an administrator, I get to hire people in. And I get to hear these stories. I get to hear these stories all day long. Well, man, how come, that dude right there, they gave him a better job than me? Because he white. No, the reason why he got the better job than you is because you hardly have any experience. And this dude got like 5 years of experience. Why would I do that? It has everything to do with your presentation, everything to do with your experience, everything to do with what you're going to bring. When I'm hiring somebody in, you know what I'm looking at? How are you going to make my facility, how are you going to make it profitable? How are you going to make it profitable? That's what I'm thinking about. I don't give a good goddamn don't care. When I see a resume, I'll do my best. I don't draw up no conclusion of what you look like. All I look at is, ooh, he specialized in this. Wow. He actually got some welding skills. Wow. I presented to the other department heads like, hey, y'all, look at this. Like, hey, this dude right here is pretty good right here. He bring him on in here. I don't care what the dude look like. Are these your skills, sir? So you telling me you can do all these things right here. Bring another person in there. I don't care. They can look cleaner than the last dude. But I'm looking on there like, wait a minute. So all you've done is plumbing like type stuff? Have you ever welded? Have you ever did anything to where you can cap off some things and like fix some electricity? Just asking questions. I'm gonna go with the better candidate. Hey, we need to hire that one dude. Matter of fact, as a little bit of a oomph, tell him if he accept the job, we're gonna give him an extra 50 cents that we already offered him, because this dude not only, and if we hire him in to do this, he can weld and he can do electricity. And he said he's very versatile when it comes to, putting up drywall in case a hole get busted in the wall or something like that. Yeah, this dude, I think we need to roll with him. I'm not going to sit there and try to Google and see where this dude live or anything like that, because guess what you do outside of work and your personal life, that's on you, so long as it doesn't reflect and come back to where you work at when it comes to one of our facilities. Plain and simple. If it does, we're going to let you know from the jump. We just let you know, make sure you read your job description, everything that we gave you, because if you're posting on Facebook and X, Y, and Z, you got one of our shirts on and the logo and all that, you can be fired, dude, because we can't have that negative attention coming to our company. So what I'm saying that for is that this crazy rhetoric and this agenda, it gets fed to both sides. It gets fed to the white people. It gets fed to the black people. You know who it don't get fed to? The people that's coming over from other countries and winning. They parents, boy, they coming from Africa. They parents, you go over there, you get your education. You go over there, you get no boyfriend. You get no girlfriend. You go, your boyfriend and your girlfriend is your education. We're not sending you money over. We're not sending you all the way to America to go over there and screw around. We raised you all the way to 18 years old. We have to sit there and fight 5 years to get you to go to America to get better education. Your boyfriend, your girlfriend is doctor. When you become doctor, that's your boyfriend, girlfriend. After that, when you become doctor, then we talk boyfriend, girlfriend. Right now, no boyfriend, girlfriend. Boy, please. They come over here and they win. But we sitting back. We can't even get that. What about our reparations? We over 400 years. We built America. Look at this. We built America. This is crazy, man. Shoo. We can't even get ahead. They're keeping us down. Oh, look at it. Look where we live at. Look where we live. Look where you chose to live. You talking about? No, Ty. Everybody can't choose where they live. Yes, you can. No, because you telling me somebody can live where you live, Ty? Yes, you can. You got to go and get the type of job that I got to get there, which means you're going to have to most likely go and get the type of education that I got to get the job, to get the place where I live. If you don't do that, why are you going to complain? You are living where you are able to afford to live. If you don't like where you live, trust me when I tell you, you could cry all day long. You can say it's white people's fault, but if you cannot afford to live in a suburban or mid-suburban, halfway suburban, decent area, you are going to be the one that have to make a change, because nobody is going to sit there and say, well, you know what? Oh, I guess so. In the suburban areas, maybe we shouldn't make the houses $20,000. No, it's not going to happen. You have to be the one to raise your income level, to raise your education. Do it in medicine. We got to have continuous education. They call CEUs, continued education. We got to renew our license. They got to make sure we up on our P's and Q's about everything. Things are constantly evolving. We have to evolve with them. What are we talking about here? It's not hard. It's not hard. It's just a lot of people just don't want to go and do what it takes to get there. You don't want to go to school. Not everybody can afford college. What do you want to do? Whatever it is that you're crying about that you can't afford, what is it that you want to do? Because if you don't know this, a lot of black people basically go to college for free. Yeah, you do. You do. You basically can get your first 4 years of college for free, especially if you're black, and they give you something called depending on where you are, it's called a MAP grant, monetary assistance, minority or something promissory. You also get a grant if you came from a single parent home. Then you also can get a grant if your parent didn't make no more than, I think right now it might be $30,000. If your mama don't make no more than $30,000, they give you, it's all sorts of grants. And then they're going to give you Pell grants and all that. I forget which one, if it's subsidized or unsubsidized, whichever one, you're not paying that back. So what is it that you want to do? This is what I piss a lot of people off that cry about this stuff right now. Man, we that. I said, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Let's go do it right now. So you telling me, yeah, where did you, what have you got your GED? Have you got your high school diploma? Yeah. And you want to go to college? Yeah. Dude, we can go online right now and start your FAFSA. So what you saying? We can go online right now and start your FAFSA, FAFSA. We can start that right now. We're going to go and call your school. We're going to have them send your transcripts over. They most likely going to do it for free. They're going to send it to the college, whatever like that. You say you want to get into what, a carpentry program, or what is it? You want to get into welding or something like that? First of all, let's check to see if there is a welding school. Matter of fact, let me take you to a place where they do welding at, so you can get an idea what it's about. They'll sit there and let you go there. Just go there every day just to sit there and watch a person weld for 2 hours. See if there's some type of thing they got there. If they got a welding school where they might teach you the fundamentals of it for free, to see if it actually is what you want to do. Every time I do that, 90% of them bail out. It's easy to sit back and complain. It's easy to sit back and blame somebody else. It's easy to say, this is why but the minute you sit there and tell them, let's get ready to go and do it, 90% of them don't want to do it. So shut up. And that's what I'm saying to all the ones that want to do all this crying about we can't, we had never, it is always right. You ain't trying to do nothing. So shut. All you gonna sit back and keep on doing is complaining that it's the white man's fault. That, oh my God, look what they doing. They putting racism in everything. Oh my God. We need to get this. All of this. Matter of fact, y'all crazy. Reparations already been given to you. If you've been on welfare, you continue to be on welfare, and you like 5 generations of kids and family on welfare, you done got your reparations and over. What do you, that's what I'm saying. What you going to do if white people say you're not getting no reparations, black people, so shut up. And when they do give, let's just say hypothetically, let's just say if they do give black people reparations, did the problem really get solved? The so-called problem really get solved? Huh? The biggest problem in America is racism. So you think if they gave if the white people gave all black people in America, I'm just throwing this out hypothetically. If the white people gave all black people in America $5 million, what did they get rid of? There's still gonna be white people that don't like you. There's gonna be black people that don't like white people. There's gonna be Asian people that don't like black people. There's gonna be Asian people that don't like white people. There's gonna be white people that don't like Asian people. There's still gonna be racist people. What are you gonna say then? Is the reparations really gonna solve the so-called systemic problem we have? You don't want to get rid of the so-called problem. You want to know why? Because it ain't one. They got you to believe that it's one. And let me tell you how I know they got you to believe that it's one and it's so terrible and so bad. Because the fact that you haven't even moved away from where you've been complaining that you don't want to, I don't want to be here. We tired of living like this. No, you're not. You're not tired of doing anything. Stay there. Just keep on saying that, because they programmed you subconsciously to keep on saying those talking points right there and not getting anywhere. Yeah, man. See, you need to listen to me, man. I'm an OG, man. Now I know the history, man. I know our history. I know. Oh, okay, but what are you doing? What are you doing? No, time, man. You can't disrespect the elders. I'm not disrespecting no elders. I'm saying, who cares? I will study history when I become successful in what I want to do as a career. Then I'll go back and look at history. But if I sit there trying to use history as a means to not, well, I shouldn't be able to do nothing. This is why I'm like, dude, come on, man. Ain't nobody gonna come and save you. I hope you know that, Negroes. Nobody is gonna come and help and save you. You getting welfare and you getting Section 8, that is not a means of saving you. That is a means of keeping your black selves disabled. You're not gonna crawl out of that hole at all. You think that walker mentally, on a metaphorical level, you think that walker is helping you? On a metaphorical level, do you think because they're giving you more food stamps and they give you all these subsidies and they incentivize, you really think that's helping you? If it is, tell me about your mom. Tell me about your grandma. Tell me about your great grandma. Tell me that from all the way from your great grandma's lineage, has anything improved with you? You sitting there still on welfare in Section 8 and you like the 5th generation? And it's who fault? No. Sorry, folks. Look, I appreciate y'all rocking this out with me. I got to get ready to head out and go take care of some business right now. I got a speaking engagement to go to where I'm about to go spit some of this out. So thank y'all for getting this out right now, because y'all gave me some bunch of talking points to go off of. So y'all don't forget to double check to make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the Cash App right there if you want to donate to this and you appreciate what I'm doing, all that good stuff right there. The reason why I say I don't care too much about YouTube's super chats is because YouTube gets 60% of that, and this video is demonetized. They're not monetizing none of my live videos because they don't like the stuff I talk about when I talk about truth. So if you send something to this Cash App right there, great. If you don't, great. What's free that you can do? Click the like button, click the share button. All right. With that being said, folks, I'm about to head out. All right. I am Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, and I really do hope and pray that every last one of you guys that's listening to me right now, I really do hope and pray that all of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing, and most of all, I pray that every last one of you guys, or everyone, I don't care which side you fall on, I pray that every last one of you guys mentally, they're trying to close me out already. I pray that every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.